In the name of God. The Resonance Heist.
Euphoria surged through Mara as her sonic drill emitted its first resonant hum. Years of research into acoustic geology had led her to this Himalayan cave, where rare minerals vibrated in harmony with the Earth's frequencies. Her team cheered, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of the singing bowls embedded in the walls. The drill's oscillations intertwined with the cave's natural song, a symphony of primal energy. For a moment, Mara forgot the corporate greed nipping at her heels, lost in the joy of scientific triumph. But the euphoria faded as static crackled over their radios. Unwelcome guests were approaching. She tightened her grip on the drill, sensing the fragile piece would soon shatter. The mercenaries' demands evinced a chilling disregard for life, their leader snarling about weaponizing the technology. Mara's team exchanged uneasy glances. They'd anticipated espionage, not outright violence. She studied the intruders' polished boots and tactical gear, symbols of a corporation masquerading as progress. To evince cooperation, she lowered the drill, though her mind raced for alternatives. The cave's walls seemed to pulse in warning, their ancient song discordant with the tension. The mineral isn't meant for destruction, she argued, met with cold laughter. Her fingers brushed the drill's frequency modulator, a reckless idea forming. The cavern's hum grew evocative of her childhood, when her grandmother sang lullabies in a voice like shifting tectonic plates. Mara closed her eyes, letting the memory guide her recalibrations. Each adjustment to the drill's settings mirrored the cave's oscillations, a dance of physics and intuition. The mercenaries barked orders, oblivious to the walls trembling around them. An evocative blend of dread and determination settled in her chest. This was her legacy. With a final keystroke, the drill's pitch shifted, harmonizing with the cave's core frequency. The mercenaries froze as the ground shuddered, their arrogance crumbling like the rocks above. In the aftermath, a colleague jokingly called Mara's actions a eulogy for corporate exploitation. The cave's entrance had collapsed, sealing the mineral and the mercenaries inside a tomb of stone. Yet the remark felt hollow. She hadn't intended casualties, only protection. As dust settled, someone noted the irony. The cave's song now served as a eulogy for those who'd sought to corrupt it. Mara knelt, pressing her palm to the earth, whispering an apology to the trapped. The surviving team members gathered, their silence a tribute to the blurred line between sacrifice and survival. She vowed never to let ambition eclipse ethics again. News of the mineral's scarcity ignited a frenzy, with conglomerates citing eugenics as justification for monopolizing its evolutionary potential. Mara recoiled at the rhetoric, science twisted into a tool for hierarchy. The mineral, dubbed Svaradvani, was said to enhance cognitive clarity, but corporations framed it as a genetic necessity. Eugenics, she realized, was their euphemism for exclusion, a way to gatekeep progress. She burned with fury, deleting files that could aid their schemes. That night, she dreamt of the cave's hum, now a dirge for humanity's hubris. By dawn, her resolve hardened. The world needed access, not elitism. Corporate press releases employed careful euphemism, labeling Mara's sabotage as resource reallocation delays. She scoffed, scrolling through headlines that painted her as a rogue activist. Euphemism, her late mentor had once warned, is the language of cowards. The drill schematics glowed on her laptop, a digital sword of Damocles. She hesitated, then uploaded them to an open-source forum, rendering the mineral's extraction public and profitless. The corporations retaliated, their threats veiled in legalese and false courtesy. Mara smiled, their polished words couldn't unring the bell of liberation. Scholars debated the etymology of Svaradvani, tracing it to Sanskrit roots meaning sound's essence. Mara found solace in these discussions, a reminder that language outlived empires. The cave's legend spread, its hum a living lexicon of resistance. Online, enthusiasts dissected the drill's design, its etymology a fusion of ancient acoustics and modern engineering. Mara anonymized herself in forums, nudging debates toward sustainability. Yet, corporate bots lurked, parsing her clues. One commenter noted, the word resonance derives from resonare, to echo. She logged off, wondering if echoes could topple giants. Geologists puzzled over the cave's etiology, its vibrations defying conventional seismic models. Mara theorized the mineral acted as a transducer, converting tectonic energy into audible frequencies. Her unpublished papers linked its etiology to a prehistoric supervolcano, its heartbeat preserved in crystal. Critics dismissed her as a mystic, but pilgrims flocked to the Himalayas, pressing ears to the rubble. The hum, they claimed, healed ailments or awakened dormant consciences. Mara monitored reports, torn between pride and dread. Science, she mused, was etiology unmasked. Humanity, however, remained a chaos of variables. The mercenaries' ethnocentric sneers had haunted her. Locals' myths aren't schematics. Yet those myths had birthed her drill's design. Corporations, too, reeked of ethnocentricity, patenting traditions they'd once scorned. Mara funded indigenous engineers, amplifying voices erased by academia. At a summit, a CEO dismissed her as a tribalist, blind to his own hypocrisy. She fired back, innovation without heritage is noise. Later, an elder thanked her, gifting a vial of cave dust. Its faint hum echoed in her pocket, a counterpoint to empires. Rumors swirled that Mara's next project involved euthanasia for dying stars, harvesting energy from collapsing supernovae. Tabloids twisted it into a death cult analogy. Scientists whispered about quantum entropy. The metaphor resonated. She sought to cradle decay, not conquer it. Euthanasia, she told a confidant, is mercy for systems beyond repair. Her blueprint, Project Supernova, aimed to channel earthquake energy into grids, a cosmic cycle of death and rebirth. Critics called it hubris, supporters a revolution. Mara cared only for balance. The cave song had taught her that much. The pilgrimage site thrived, its hum a balm for disillusioned souls. Engineers and shamans alike meditated on the rubble, decoding resonance's secrets. Children sketched Mara's face on banners, dubbing her the keeper of echoes. Corporations, though hobbled, pivoted to mimic her open-source model, a hollow mimicry. She watched from afar, a ghost in the machine, her identity erased by necessity. The world wondered if she'd resurface, a phoenix of ingenuity. Mara sipped bitter tea in a Kathmandu safehouse, blueprints for superconducting crystals littering the floor. Project Supernova demanded a leap into chaos, a dive into fault lines' roaring hearts. Mara's new team, a patchwork of outcasts, shared her reverence for broken things. They jury-rigged a prototype from salvaged satellites and salvaged hope. Energy isn't mined, she lectured, it's conversed with. The first test loomed, a fragile pact between human and planet. Some feared repeating the cave's collapse, others craved redemption. As turbines whirred to life, Mara whispered to the trembling earth, let's sing together this time. The ground hummed back, an old duet made new.
Like and subscribe if you would like.